Happy frigid February Friday here from Surnear Insurance. It is cold and it's only going to get colder, they're telling us, for the next week. So I hope you're all prepared to batten down, bundle up, and fight the frigid Arctic weather for the next week. Anyhow, why am I bringing that up? Oftentimes, Ohio weather is unpredictable from one day to the next. Things like that happen when we get the sudden 40 degrees in rain and then the drop down to 20 degrees the next day. All that water freezes on the tree branches, causes excessive weight of ice and snow. We often get tree branches that come down onto fences, cars, garages, homes. And that happens a lot. And when that does, it's fairly common sense. If my tree branch falls down on my property, damages my car, shed, fence, or home, that's my insurance would be the one to step in and pay for those damages and take care of that. That's common sense. It makes sense, right? Yeah. However, one of the number one questions that we get here at Surnear Insurance all the time, year in and year out, is my neighbor's got a tree that hangs way over my property line and it looks like it's going to come down at any point. When that does, that's his insurance is going to pay for that, right? Pay for the damage to my home. Unfortunately, no, that would still fall on your insurance, ma'am. Inevitably, the immediate response we get is, well, that's crap. Why should my insurance pay for his tree coming down on my property? That's just the way insurance law works, unfortunately. However, first thing you can do, when the weather's nicer, obviously we can't do this with the snow and ice and cold, but when it's spring or summer, legally you can trim those tree branches back to your property line if they're hanging over your property. Now, obviously, if you have a good relationship with your neighbor and you're cordial, obviously you don't want to talk to them about it first. Let them know you're going to be trimming their tree and the reasons why. And again, you can trim it back to your property line. However, if they are not receptive to that, that still doesn't solve the problem, or you're not able to do that for one reason or another. You can reach out to your township, your city, wherever you may live, and ask them maybe to step in and get involved. Many towns, cities, townships have ordinances that make it illegal for homeowners to allow ongoing nuisances such as that to be present. And that's how they word it is a nuisance. So if you cannot get a receptive conversation with that individual, with your neighbor, and work it out where they don't have a fit, where you either trim the tree back to your property line, or if they're a real nice individual, they might do it for you, being that it's their tree. If that doesn't work, reach out to your local government, see if they can get involved, speak with the neighbor to get it done, or if they have another suggestion. If they don't have any law or ordinance on the books where you live for that, and it is an issue where it may be impacting utility lines, that kind of thing, you can reach out to the utility company as well, and they may help you get some resolution to the situation for that. Now, if that doesn't work, you can go to the most extreme route, which I hope you can all avoid, and that is you can take your neighbor to small claims court and sue them for civil damages if something happens and they were unresponsive and unwilling to help you mitigate that problem. Again, I can't really help you out with that as far as the exact process. I'm not a lawyer, though I did grow up watching a heck of a lot of Matlock. I'm not an attorney, but that would be worst case scenario. But again, circling all the way back to point number one, when the weather clears up here, spring, summer, that is something you definitely want to keep your eye on. Any overarching tree branches hanging over your property, anything that looks damaged, diseased from your trees or neighbors' trees, do your best to mitigate those kind of things. Because not only are you at risk of a tree branch coming down, taking out utility wire, leaving your home without air conditioning, power to your refrigerator during a hot summer month, not only could it damage your siding, maybe break a window, if the tree's big enough, the branches are big enough, we might get a windstorm. You could be left with the world's biggest skylight in your roof. We don't want to see that. So pay attention to those trees, pay attention to that kind of thing. Always kind of be aware of what's going on your property. If you have any questions on your property, trees, neighbors' trees, anything like that in relation to your homeowner's insurance, what you can do to help minimize the risk, give me a call. Surnear Insurance. We will help you get through that situation and help you avoid the world's biggest skylight. Sounds appealing, not so much. Stay warm, folks.